I'm Tom Richardson from EnviroSystems, and this is Envirobed. Envirobed's made from the short fibres in the paper industry they can't make tissue paper into. It's dried to 95% dry matter and is 10 times more absorbent than straw and 5 more than sawdust. It's also 7.4 pH, which helps to reduce cell counts and keep clinical mastitis down. At EnviroSystems, we want to make sure that you and your cows get the best out of the bedding. When you receive your load of Envirobed, use a generous covering, leaning more towards the front of the cubicle, which the cows will bring back naturally. When using Envirobed for the first time, it's very important to use a good covering to create the comfiest bed for the cow. Envirobed has a soft, fine texture, and its high absorbency not only produces comfortable and high welfare bedding, but also creates a clean and hygienic lying environment in which ammonia, urine and leak milk are rapidly absorbed. And this means lower cell counts and less mastitis. In loose housing situation, Envirobed is best used 3 or 4 inches in depth underneath straw. It creates the absorbency that the straw doesn't have. It's a comfortable bed for the cow to lie on. Envirobed is delivered in bulk, tote bags and small bags. The bulk being 27 tonnes delivered on a walking floor wagon or a 16 tonne to 20 tonne load on an 8-wheel wagon. Tote bags are around 800 kilos in weight and the small bags about 20. Lancashire farmer Frank Marrow milks 200 cows and he uses Envirobed to create a deep, comfortable bed on top of mattresses. Frank, why did you decide to use Envirobed?
Well, after looking at all the options, after we put new cubicles and new mattresses in, Envirobed seemed to be the one that would best suit us really. We're looking for something that would give us an inert bed that would help reduce mastitis and with cell count. And with one of the vets at our vet practices we use, they've done quite a bit of research work on the subject, and with the advice we got from them, it was decided that we'd try Envirobed, and we've used it ever since.
Frank, how important is it to get the right amount of Envirobed on the bed?
Well, it came about by trial and error a little bit at the start. It was easiest for us to put quite a bit of the Envirobed in front of the brisket board and just allow the cows to naturally pull that back. So when we first put it in, the cows pull it back, and sometimes they've got to sweep a bit back up the bed. But by doing that, we soon built up a decent layer on top of the mat, which just stopped it from working its way back too quickly, we thought, anyway.
What's the daily routine for bedding the cows?
Well, we don't go in the building with a bedding machine every day. All we do is, when we're bringing the cows out at milking time, we just go in with the squeegees, we're bringing them out, pull any dung off the back of the bed, and when we put all this Envirobed at the front, quite often at the early stage we just sweep a bit back up the bed so there's plenty on the bed. And then as the time goes by, we just use the squeeze, pull a bit back and cover any damp patches on the bed. So that's all we're doing, nothing elaborate at all.
What's the main benefit from using Envirobed?
Well, apart from the labour saving on the mats and ease of use, we have managed to halve cell count and with clinical mastitis stage. So obviously we're well pleased about that.
So if you're using Envirobed for the first time, use it generously on the beds to create a comfortable bed for your cows.